Hi, welcome back to You Are the Answer. Today we're going to talk about branched chain amino acids, otherwise known as BCAAs. Before we get into the specific details about BCAAs, let's talk about amino acids in general, like where they come from, what they do, what their purposes are in the body, and then we'll get specific with the branched chain amino acids. I get asked a lot, what are amino acids exactly? Are they some form of a vitamin, or are they protein? Do they do the same thing as protein? And those are all good questions, and I guess a quick answer to those is no, they're not vitamins. They're not the same thing as protein. They're really what protein is made up of, and although they have some similar health and performance benefits as protein, they're a lot more targeted and they act differently. Okay, so what are amino acids exactly? Well, you've probably heard them described as the building blocks of protein. In other words, they're what protein is made up of. Picture a piece of steak on a plate. If you were to put that steak under a super high-powered microscope, you would see really long molecular bonded chains of amino acids. When you eat that steak, your body goes through the digestive process and starts to cleave those amino acids into shorter and shorter and shorter chains until you're finally left with each individual amino acid that each has its own specific purpose and benefit as it gets shuttled throughout the body. There's a lot of different types of amino acids, and some are termed essential and some are termed non-essential. The essential amino acids are those that you have to get through dietary intake, either through both food and or supplements, while the non-essential amino acids are those that you don't necessarily have to live, but they can become conditionally essential if you're sick or if your immune system is compromised, etc. Today we're focusing on the essential amino acids because BCAAs are classified as essential amino acids, or again, those types of amino acids that you can only get through consumption of food and or supplements. The best whole food sources for branched chain amino acids and amino acids in general, where you're going to get the broadest spectrum of amino acids, including BCAAs, is going to be from red meats, such as beef, like the piece of steak we were talking about, or a chicken breast, or ground turkey, or say a pork chop, for example. Dairy, specifically milk, is also very high in naturally occurring branched chain amino acids. So a good question is if I can get branched chain amino acids from the whole food sources that I eat, then why would I need to take supplements? Well, supplements are going to provide you a more targeted benefit. So that's where supplements like whey protein come in, for example. Of all the different protein supplements, whey protein is the highest in terms of naturally occurring branched chain aminos. Better than soy protein, better even than beef protein or fish protein, for example. Whey protein is very effective at delivering branched chain amino acids. So the next question is, if I'm taking a whey protein supplement after I work out, and it's high in naturally occurring branched chain amino acids, then why do I need to take a BCAA supplement? That's a good question. Taking amino acids in their free form, like branched chain amino acid supplements, is going to facilitate a faster response from the body towards recovery. Rather than, say, eating a piece of steak or a chicken breast immediately post-workout, it's going to take time for that to digest. And you can kickstart the recovery process much faster if you have free-form amino acids readily available to go into the highly worked muscle cell that's really starving for nutrients at that point after a workout. So, what are branched chain amino acids and how do they really work? Branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs, I keep using the acronym back and forth, are three different amino acids. They're leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And again, these are essential amino acids that you can only get through food and or dietary supplements. Now, leucine in particular is a really important component of these three. Leucine is the one that is responsible for the mTOR response, and that's a big long word that stands for mammalian target of rapamycin. Essentially what mTOR is it's your body's signal to say, hey, we've got protein present right now. Let's use this protein to rebuild muscle tissue, help to build lean tissue, and help the body to recover, as opposed to using it for other bodily processes. So that's why leucine is such an important component, because it kickstarts the mTOR response. Taking leucine by itself, though, is not as effective as when it's used in the presence of the other two amino acids. So that's why you always see some combination of leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Most products will use a 2-to-1-to-1 ratio. 2 parts leucine, 1 part valine, 1 part isoleucine. Our company, UR, has a product called Built that has 8 parts of leucine, 1 part valine, 1 part isoleucine. We believe making it more effective to signal the mTOR response and facilitating faster recovery. But either way, you're typically going to see at least a 2 to 1 to 1 ratio. Now again, BCAAs are highly anabolic, meaning that they help to repair tissue more effectively than really any other type of free-form amino acid. So if you're using them in conjunction or along with a whey protein supplement post-workout, you make your whey protein supplement that much more effective. That's why you would want to use a BCAA supplement in conjunction with a whey protein supplement. Hopefully that all makes sense to you. In the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about the different sources of branched chain amino acid supplements, where they come from, how you choose a high quality supplement versus one that maybe the quality is not as high in terms of standards of ingredients that are being used. And we're also going to talk about the top benefits of BCAAs. For now, again, hope you benefited from this. Thanks for checking us out. See you next time.